It is Friday night, 10:30-ish, and this is Wrestling Talk and Randomness with your host for the night, Incidental Nerd. Hank312 is away taking care of some chivalry, let's just put it that way. And I'm going to be hanging out with you tonight. Intern's by my side. Hi, intern.
Hello.
How you doing this evening?
Not bad.
Looking cute, baby. So I'm gonna give you guys some time to get into the room, say what's up, get everybody ready to talk about what happened this week in that wrestling that we love so much. And maybe Hank312 will jump on and give me some trouble. He's probably off getting into some trouble right now. Very interesting week of wrestling to talk about, especially with the tournament that started this week. So that should be some fun. I'm interested to see what everybody is thinking about, how they're enjoying the tournament, what they think the results are going to be. Roman Reigns. So it should be interesting. I see we have one. Is that you, Kumahachi?
Most likely.
Very nice, very nice. Ah, look at my nice shirt. I hope the shirt shows up on the show.
Oh, nice.
Pew, pew, pew. See, another person has joined the room. Please make yourself known. Who's joining us this evening for the festivities and the revelry? Please don't leave me here alone. I guess we'll just listen to the music for right now.
Did Hank tell you what this stuff was with the child? What he was doing there?
It's a big, no, he didn't. He just said it was like a big Chive event. I think he gets to go and like see the Chive headquarters and...
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Justice Fury! How are you this evening? Thank you for joining. I know we're on a little bit early, so some people might not be ready and acclimated to Watar, but I appreciate you joining us. How are you this evening, and how was your week in wrestling? We are on, and I failed to mention, this is episode 40 of Wrestling Talk and Randomness. The big 4-0. We are like over the hill now. Which I'll be next year. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous.
I'm gonna hire you a food truck for a party.
DJers! You're moving to Mex America? Can I move with you? Because I'm a Mex-American, I guess. I'm down with Del Rio. I'm still waiting for something to happen with that. Maybe they get some more Mex-Americans. What do you think about what he's doing in the ring right now? Seems to be doing some good stuff. Justice Fury was playing some Warframe. I'm not familiar with that game. Have you heard of that game? No. Is it any good? Do I need to check it out?
You brought it up one time before. It's a PC game, I think.
Okay. Cool. You big PC gamer, Justice? I get down with a little bit of PC gaming here and there. Mostly MMORPGs, though. So where should we start with the wrestling talk? I mean, obviously, the big news in WWE wrestling right now is the fact that Seth Rollins had to give up the belt. Dejair says he loves Zeb. I don't share your opinion, but you're welcome to have it. I think it's such an odd pairing, Zeb and Del Rio. Henry was saying that, excuse me, I use his government name, Hank was saying that he felt like Zeb's a great mouthpiece for Del Rio, but I don't really think Del Rio needs a mouthpiece. He's never had any problem talking on the mic, so I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Anybody that's watching right now, are you guys offended by the fact that they cut the American flag and the Mexican flag and sewed it together? That's something I've been pondering. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, nice. Alright, cool. Might have to check that out. Warframe is a PlayStation 4 free-to-play fun game.
Oh.
You think you know me now?
So, I mean, I'm just going to jump into some wrestling talk. Raw kicked off this week with a little bit of a bang. Triple H in the middle of the ring, basically explaining what happened with Seth Rollins. Not that we needed an explanation. Everybody who watches this show already knows what was going on. Kumahachi says Billy Gunn was fired today as a trainer by the WWE due to testing positive for elevated levels of testosterone in a powerlifting meet from July. Yeah, I find it interesting that they're holding the trainers to the same standards that they hold the performers. Because I just, you know, he's a trainer. And I mean, would they, if a manager in baseball was using steroids, would they fire the manager?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's not like he's getting any unfair advantage.
Right, like he's training harder. Weapon Hacker asks, where's Hank? Is an excellent question. And we are mourning the passing of Eddie Guerrero this evening. I got you there for a second.
That's horrible.
Hank is in Texas. Hank is very involved in the Chicago Chive community. And there's a big Chive event that's going down this weekend in Texas. So he is there. He will be back next week. I will be here again next week. That is sad news, Justice Fury. Billy Gunn seems like a cool dude. I really, he from watching Tough Enough, I really feel like he motivated the guys on Tough Enough to work harder. It's an interesting decision. You know, like I said, it's not like he's getting any kind of, it's not like he's an active performer or he's getting any kind of advantage by doing that. Beaker204 says, hey bud, what new wrestlers have debuted lately? Haven't watched Raw in a while. I guess if we're going to talk new, the newest guy that's come up from NXT is Tyler Breeze. The guy that made the most recent return is Alberto Del Rio, which everybody was really excited about. He came back and he took the U.S. title off of John Cena. John Cena's gone until the end of the year now. Sorry, Weapon Hacker, I'm just teasing, man. Although I did want to make note that it is the 10-year anniversary of Eddie Guerrero leaving us. Really sad, but always good to remember one of the greats. Dejair says, shocked by Ryback's loss to Kalisto. Didn't see that coming. Yes, I didn't either, but I felt like that match really showcased Kalisto's skills, and it put him in a position where he can compete the way that Rey Mysterio did years ago and be a main eventer. Because Kalisto's got a ton of skill. He's awesome. And I can't wait to see the Kalisto Del Rio match that's going to be on Raw.
I thought he'll lose to Del Rio.
I
thought he'll win.
No, I'm sure Del Rio's going to win, but it's going to be a great match.
Ah, okay.
I feel that way. With Del Rio having the background originating in Mexican wrestling and Kalisto being a luchador as well, I feel like these are guys that are going to be familiar with the way that lucha wrestling works, and I think they're going to pull off some really interesting things. That's just my opinion. I hope it's true. Which was the last wrestler to debut not coming from NXT? That is a really good question, because it seems like everybody that the WWE is signing these days goes to NXT. Even guys that are established, guys like Samoa Joe and James Storm. Crazy Ratchet. Woo! You're gonna have to forgive me. I was battling a cold all week, so my voice is a little gravelly, a little sexier for you this week. But I'm gonna battle through it. I also wanted to explain the earlier start time. As you guys, any of you guys know that have been watching our stream for a while, I have a daughter who's in college. This weekend is Father's weekend, so I wanted to start a little bit early so I could end right around midnight tonight, so I could get some sleep to make that long drive to go visit her. That being said, let's jump right back into wrestling. That was a little sidebar. Crazy Ratchet, I hope you're doing well this evening. Beaker, like I said, interesting question. Can you think of anyone in turn?
No.
It's been a really long time since someone has debuted in the WWE that wasn't in NXT first. The voice needs to fill your butt seat tonight. Yeah, I'm working on it. Working on it. What up with Storm? Almost like one and done for NXT. No, you know, the whole thing with the way that NXT works, as far as I can tell, is that they film, I think, 3 episodes in one live show. So that's why you'll notice that you're not going to get the same wrestlers every week because they may have already performed. James Storm posted on his on his Twitter. He was wearing a shirt that said "We are NXT." So I think he's fully committed to NXT. Originally, I was wondering if it was kind of a money pull for him, where he was just hoping to get a little bit extra money out of TNA. But I really think that if he's going to stick with NXT and with the WWE, it's a better decision considering where TNA is heading right now. Weapon Hacker says, who do you think is going to get the WWE Championship? Well, let's see. We've got 8 guys left. We've got Reigns, Cesaro, Kalisto, Del Rio, KO, Neville, Ambrose, and Ziggler. Which, honestly, of all of those 8 guys, I would be okay with any one of them winning. You can... I mean, Kalisto is the long shot in the bunch. Neville's probably not going to win either. KO would be really interesting because then he's sitting there with 2 belts. Cesaro certainly deserves the belt. And Del Rio is another guy who would have 2 belts, and he's been there before. But my heart of heart tells me, just from my 30-some-odd years of watching WWE and watching wrestling in general, I really feel like Reigns is going to be the guy that walks away with it. Surprise me, though. I'd love to be surprised. I would love to see Ambrose win it. That would be great. Tans35 says, do you think Undertaker is retiring? Last report I read about Undertaker and his retirement was that he actually is going to be coming on a kind of like a part-time schedule, the way that Brock Lesnar has. Honestly, Undertaker's one of my favorites. I have a little mini Undertaker sitting right here next to me. He's one of my favorites of all time. He's actually my favorite of all time. He's 1A and there's 1B as CM Punk. But he's also, was he 54 years old now? There comes a point in a guy's career where he needs to retire, you know? If he wants to stick around the business, I'm sure there's plenty of opportunity for him in the WWE, but I mean, I think that I'm hoping, my opinion, WrestleMania 32 should be his last match. That's what I would like to see. But that being said, as long as he wants to do it and he's putting asses in the seats, there you go. DBA, thanks for joining us this week. Go Kalisto, great match this week. Weapon Hacker wants to see KO win. I'd be okay with that. Like I said, all 8 guys that are remaining have the talent to be there. Beaker congratulates me on a daughter in college. I I did watch a lot of wrestling in the 80s, and I brought my daughter up on wrestling in the 90s, which was a great time to be a wrestling fan. DBA, you are going to Mania 32? That's awesome. I have an open challenge to all of our fans. This has been since pretty much since I've been on the show, and the challenge is if you get a Wrestling Talking Randomness poster, a WTAR poster on a live event, I will send you a I'm an intern guys shirt, and if you get a WTAR sign on WrestleMania, I'll send you 2 Wrestling Talking Randomness shirts. Different ones too, so you can wear them different days. Be all cool. So I did want to talk about the beginning of Raw this week, which was Triple H coming out, like I said, explaining a little bit about what happened to Seth Rollins, and then kind of bringing Roman Reigns out. And I thought it was an interesting angle for Triple H to take, or for creative to take, with the idea of saying, hey, look, Roman, if you're my guy, I can move you right to the match at Survivor Series. Tempt him and be like, if you want to be my, the new guy since Seth is gone, if you're my man, you can be the man. And it was interesting to me because it built a bit of integrity in the Reigns character for him to not accept the offer. So I thought that was a pretty cool way to bring another element into Reigns' character. And I'm going to say this again, and since I don't have Hank312 here to make fun of me this week, which I'm sure he'll do anyways on either Twitter or he'll jump on here, I'm not a Reigns apologist. I'm not a huge Reigns fan. I do like him, but I'm glad that he finally had a chance to organically become the superstar that they wanted him to be last year when he won the Rumble. We'll see what happens. But it should be an interesting couple of weeks of wrestling. Certainly Raw coming up on Monday, and then Survivor Series next week. Next Sunday, the 22nd. That'll be great. I wanted to comment just on the tournament in general. The fact that there have been some really fantastic matches. I mean, I don't think there was one stinker in the bunch. And out of all of them, they were all really well competitive matches. Even the Reigns Big Show match, which I think was probably the slowest moving of the bunch, considering the two guys that were facing each other. They all brought different elements. I mean, we already covered Kalisto. Kalisto had a fantastic match. Del Rio, a great performer as always. The Ambrose Breeze match, that was intense. That was a really, really great match. And I got a chance to see a little bit of what people see in Tyler Breeze. And if Tyler Breeze is going to bring that intensity and that attitude to all of his matches, I'm more than happy to see him go a long way in the WWE. DBA 1981 says less than 140 days to go. So hard to believe. So hard to believe. Are you from? You're not from the Texas area, DBA. So you're traveling there to go to your first Mania. That's really awesome. That's I'm jealous. That's super cool. Another thought that I had. Oh, okay. Question here: is final round on Raw or Smack? I think. Well, the final round is at Survivor Series, if I'm not mistaken. I think the way that it goes is we've got 4 matches left right now. That's Reigns versus Cesaro, Kevin Owens versus Neville, Ambrose versus Ziggler, and Kalisto versus Del Rio. And I'm pretty sure those are all happening on Raw. I might be wrong. They might split them up, Raw and then SmackDown. But I can't see them having the what would it be? The final match on SmackDown. So we're talking about from these 4 matches, we're gonna have the two more matches, and then that last match. I think that on Survivor Series, we're going to probably end up seeing 3 matches total for the tournament. There's going to be those 2 to get into the last match, and then the last match for the winner takes all for the belt. I think that's what's going to happen. But have you read anything to the contrary? Have they said when each match is going to take place?
No, they have not.
Yeah. So that's my best guess. I thought it really. I know that the Wyatts are involved in a pretty heated rivalry going on with the Undertaker and Kane right now. But I found it really interesting that that you got these 4 guys, specifically Bray Wyatt, who really deserves a shot at the title, and none of them were part of the tournament. And that also goes for the New Day as well. Which the New Day they're on fire right now. They're like the biggest thing in the WWE right now. They're crazy. They've got they're getting a ton of reaction, a lot of heat. So I was really surprised that both the Wyatts and the New Day, there wasn't some sort of representation in the tournament. Not that I'm complaining, because I think that the guys that were in the tournament, they all put in great work. It's just an interesting thought. What'd you guys think of the Brothers of Destruction returning on Raw? After Bray Wyatt's been talking so much big talk about how he's taken their souls and he's got their power. Kane and the Undertaker showed up and kicked a little butt. What you guys think about that? Weapon Hacker says, how do you think the tournament is going to go? Well, I feel like, and I hate to say this, because Cesaro is such a quality dude. But I think that Reigns goes over Cesaro, Del Rio goes over Kalisto, probably Kevin Owens over Neville, and Ambrose over Ziggler. So you end up with Kevin Owens versus Ambrose, which is just going to be a brutal match. But if I gotta pick, I'm going to go with Ambrose. And Reigns versus Del Rio, I'm going to take Reigns. So I think your finals for the title is going to be Reigns versus Ambrose. Which, that'll be really interesting. Is that when one of them turns on the other, or, are they happy for who wins? We'll see what happens. But I think that might be the road that we're headed down. DJ says, I like these early hours. Easy for East Coast to watch. We'll have to take that into consideration, but we also have our West Coast contingency as well, who I'm not seeing anybody in the stream yet. My brother knows Braun Strowman's sister. Okay, that's cool. Strowman, he's very well known in the strongman community. I know he's won quite a few strongman competitions. Maybe he's from your area. I'm not sure. Roman Reigns turns heel. It's always a possibility. Tattooed Maniac says wrestling isn't real. There's a sign for you. John Cena's list of possible opponents for WrestleMania 32 now includes Undertaker and Roman Reigns. And if it's Reigns, it's likely a title. I heard that Cena might possibly be the
passing of the torch type thing.
I guess I could see WWE doing that. I'm not a fan of it, but I guess I could see that happening. Passing of the torch. Okay. Yeah. In Vegas. Gotcha. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't think Cena's quite done yet, and I I don't think there needs to be a passing of the torch. I don't know why WWE feels like they need to do that kind of stuff. We've had this Bray Wyatt thing going on, you know, where he's the new face of fear for a while now, and I don't know why there needs to be this, like, okay, you take it from here, kid. Tattooed Maniac. I didn't say it was fake. It isn't real, though. Shit all planned. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. It is an athletic event that is has predetermined outcomes. But it's also watching guys, a lot of guys in their peak athletic stature doing some amazing things that I sure as hell couldn't do. See, Clark asks, what happened to the other guy? The other guy is in Texas this week. He is, explained this a couple times, he's part of the Chive, and he's down in Texas at a big Chive event. So we're missing him this week, but he will be back next week on our pre-Survivor Series episode 41. I don't know, we got anybody watching NXT? Any NXT watchers out there? I'm sure there are. We had a really interesting 3-on-3 match this week. Bayley and the Hype Bros versus Alexa Bliss and Blake and Murphy. A high point for me of that match was Bayley doing the Bayley to belly on Murphy. That was awesome. She is a beast. Just an absolute beast. Intern, there was a couple things before the James Storm comment. Could you read that back?
Can't wait to see the brothers team pick. They hope it revealed on Raw. Did you just talk about that?
I didn't yet. Didn't
we hear that they said they're not going to?
Yeah. On SmackDown, Bray said that the Undertaker and Kane could pick two of the Wyatt family to face, which I'm a little disappointed with. You know, I'm actually not a little, a lot. I'm a lot disappointed with that. DBA says, should I attend the Hall of Fame or one of the indie shows at Mania? Brother, if you're there, you should attend anything you can. Go to the NXT show. Go to the All Access. Go to the Hall of Fame if you can. I guarantee that there's going to be a great Hall of Fame class this year. It's certainly going to contain, it's certainly going to have the Freebirds in it, but there are a lot of famous Texas wrestlers, so it's sure to be a great time. And you'll get a chance to see tons of legends and all your favorites from current. So yeah, definitely check out a few shows. Dejair says Dash Dawson fight awesome. The Dawson Wilder team, they won the NXT belts this week. Yeah, I mean, they're brutal. Those guys, they're no nonsense. There's not a lot of finesse in their game. But they're the new title holders, so that's interesting. Tattooed Maniac says UFC is way better. I'm not a UFC fan. I'm not gonna knock anybody who likes UFC. It's way brutal for me, and I don't know. I'm not saying I can't handle it, but it's just a little over the top for me. Born Legends, thanks for the count. P.S. Vincent says, want to know a fun fact about the WWE? Sure, let me know. Hall of Fame and Evolve are same time. Oh. If you're asking me for an opinion, I would, if you can, I'd go to the Hall of Fame over the Evolve show. But I know that WWE is working with Evolve now. I actually had a note about that. Intern did a little research. She read that a possibility that Evolve is gonna become more of the training ground for NXT, and NXT is like the show that we see. NXT is gonna be, more the TV ready guys, and the people who are still in the performance center and just training will be working with Evolve. Oh, P.S. Vincent, you're breaking my heart here, man. Woo! DBA. It's an expensive ticket, and then you got to get down there too. Man, if you are fortunate enough to be in a financial position to be able to do those things, that's awesome if you can. Meowth! Nice to see you this evening. No Hank the face this evening. I'm sorry, you only have this face to look at. I know it's not as handsome, but I will do my best to make his faces. Yeah, he's in Texas this week, so Intern and I are holding down the fort and talking up the wrestling. And you watch BG. I haven't started watching it yet. Hank's got good things to say about it, so I'm definitely going to check it out. Born Legends asks, does The Rock still wrestle? He's on a what's it called? A part-time contract, so he doesn't really wrestle anymore. He pretty much just kind of makes appearances. Mr. Showtime says, hey, what's up, nerd and intern? How you doing, Mr. Showtime? Thanks for joining us this evening. Did we catch you off guard starting early? It's a possibility, huh? I know we get this all the time. We get a lot of people coming in and hating on wrestling, and that's cool. The stream is called Wrestling Talk and Randomness, so if you guys want to hate on wrestling, go ahead. I prefer some originality, though. If you guys are going to come in here and throw around homophobic speech, I'm really not going to react to it, because in this day and age, it's childish and it's immature. So I'm not going to react to you. But if you want to say something that's funny, I'll be happy to read it out and react to it. DBA says, I saw WrestleMania 8 and I was hooked in 92. Nice. I go back a bit further than that. My first WrestleMania I remember is WrestleMania 3. And I actually still have, well, it's at my parents' house, but I still have the original VHS. And actually, Intern was going through a case of VHSs, a big tub of them this week, and there were quite a few wrestling tapes in there that we might have to...
WCW
Nitro and a couple of WrestleManias, a Survivor Series. Maybe it's the one that the Gobbledygooker made its first appearance. Born Legends, you're asking me what makes me think it's real. I never said that the stories were real. But what happens in the ring is real. Whether or not they're dictating to each other the wrestling moves that are happening, there's a high amount of skill that it takes to do what they're doing. I certainly can't do it, and there's not a lot of people that can. So, is wrestling fake in terms of scripted? Yes, it's scripted. But is it fake? No. Ask Seth Rollins if wrestling is fake. He just blew out his knee, and he's not going to be around for 6 to 9 months. Ask Randy Orton when he got thrown out of the ring and he broke his collarbone. That's where I think I feel like people are just like, oh, wrestling is fake. But the injuries are real. The abilities in the ring are real. I saw South Park wrestling and knew it wasn't for me. Okay, that was a funny episode of South Park, I'll give you that. But, it's not necessarily exactly what we watch. Rest in peace, Roddy Piper, certainly. Actually, last time I was without Hank, we were celebrating Roddy Piper's life. DBA 1981 says, I go back further, dude. Just first pay-per-view I could see. Ah, gotcha. Mr. Showtime says, thoughts on rumors of Cena versus Reigns at Mania? Intern just brought that up. I'm not too thrilled about it. Just saying. Thank you, Mr. Showtime. Ask Tyson Kidd. Ask Regal. I don't know if you guys saw the picture of Regal's neck where he got sewn up from the surgery he just had. He posted it on Twitter. Vicious. Born Legend. The hitting isn't real. Okay, but the suplexes are, the body slams are. You can't fake jumping off the top rope. You can try to catch a dude, but Ronzilla, lame. Thank you very much, and thanks for the count. Actually, they're not on steroids. They just got rid of a trainer for being on a testosterone boosting substance. They probably have those injuries to make you think it's real. Go check out Sid Vicious breaking his leg and the bone poking through. That's real. Mr. Showtime, you know what I'm going to ask you for? Although I think this week, maybe our soft needs to go out to people who want to come on a wrestling stream and talk about how wrestling is fake. But, maybe you can give me a better soft for this week. Taker Cena at WrestleMania. Yeah, that is lame. If that's what you were saying, absolutely. Totally lame. If we send you a sign, I want the effort, DBA. I want to see your Wrestling Talking Randomness sign. Mr. Showtime says, if you just want to hate on the stream and wrestling, leave. And you know what? We're never one to kick the haters out. But it kind of surprises me that people want to spend their Friday night hating on something that they don't care about. So, awesome. DBA, you're by the stage. That's sweet. We might have to talk. Green screen, that's all. Yeah, totally. At live events, too. It's totally green screen. Hank is the soft of the week. Mr. Showtime, this was an excused absence. He gave us warning last week that he wasn't going to be around, so I can't give him the soft of the week.
And it's for charity.
It is for charity. You can literally get hurt from anything, so you can get hurt acting. Absolutely, but you're taking a much higher risk of getting hurt when you're jumping, 15 feet off of a cage onto another human being.
But it's not about all that anyway, it's about the entertainment.
Right. Thanks, intern. You're breathing a nice breath of fresh air into the room. Ronzilla, I'm starting to train with Kendrick on Monday. No shit. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, absolutely. You can teach all of that. That's the point. That's why they have the performance. You can't teach that. My bad. I'm sorry. And you can't teach that. My bad. Seventh row, right of the entrance. DBA, those are some nice seats.
He's training with Kendrick on Monday? That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. Don't get any of that Ava Marie stank on you though. Just saying. Boxing is better. Hey, look, you're welcome to like what you like. I happen to like wrestling. I don't watch a ton of boxing, but I don't mind it. Like I said, UFC I'm not a huge fan of. It's not like wrestling is my only passion, as you can tell from my Star Wars shirt that I'm wearing. That's why I'm Incidental Nerd. I got a ton of passions. Wrestling just happens to be one of them that I enjoy talking with folks on Friday night with. So, what else we got to talk about? Besides how fake wrestling is. Mr. Showtime wants to see a doctor's excuse. He's not sick, though. He just happened to have something scheduled this week. Shoes are better than wrestling. Hey,
what kind of shoes are you talking here?
What are those? I mean, Hank would be happy to join in a shoe conversation with you. Unfortunately, I'm not a sneaker head, so.
You could be talking about some nice pumps. What are you talking about? Some heels?
Oh.
Some strapless?
Oh, could be. I love her saying. DeJears, I haven't had a chance to play 2K16 yet. The thing I'm really waiting for is this Tuesday, Star Wars Battlefront comes out. And then I'm not going to do this stream for like 3 months. Because I'm just going to be playing that all the time. That was a joke. I wrestle for my school team, and yours is fake. It's a different kind of wrestling. Different skill set altogether.
I wonder what Kurt Angle would say about that, having done both.
It's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Next time we see him, we should ask him.
Right, I'll get on that.
Mr. Showtime says, how do you think the tournament will play out with Lesnar?
Without Lesnar? Play out with Lesnar. I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
I don't think Lesnar has anything to do with the tournament, so I don't think he gets involved at all. Justice Fury says Star Wars and WWE and the stream. Amazing friend. Thank you very much. Don't you ever say, what are those two? Mine are socks. So, I was just being goofy, because that's what I do here. Your shoe game probably does shit on mine. Because I wear, like, New Balance running shoes and, like, Converse All-Stars. So, Hank might have you faded. He's got some Jordans. Tell your intern to make me food. Well, I don't think you're anywhere near where you could enjoy the intern's food, because let me tell you, she's a fucking great cook. iHaze Inc. says, I love Randy Orton. Well, this is the perfect music for you. Yeah, I mean, Randy Orton's definitely a talent. He's out right now, he's hurt, so, you know, we're missing him right now. Showtime says, that's why they are called sports entertainers now. Because of all this stuff we're listening to? Yeah, you're probably right. I'm gonna fly my X-Wing like I stole it. That's awesome. Oh, Flair, Steamboat, Gangrel, Scotty 2 Hottie, all live. I'm going. Nice. I out of that bunch, Steamboat would be the guy I'd want to meet. Do you have those wrestling dolls? No. I don't have any wrestling action figure. Well, actually, strike that. I recently got an AJ Lee action figure in my Wrestle Crate from this month, so I have one. But a lot of times when I get them, I have nephews that I send those out to them. DBA next Saturday, the 21st. Nice. Next weekend.
Oh, where are we going to?
Well, next weekend, if any of you are in the Chicagoland area, there is a convention that is that our boys from Tribe 3 Productions are going to be attending, which is going to feature both China and the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, Bret Hart. And we're hoping to actually get to rub shoulders with both of them. So that's next weekend in the Chicagoland area. If you guys need any information, you can check out the Wrestling Talk and Randomness web page for Tribe 3, and then link over to Tribe 3, and they have all the info there. Yabber Dabber Doo says, I would give Brock Lesnar a rim job. That makes one of us. Are you getting the Yeezys tomorrow? I don't even know what the Yeezys are. I guess I'm pretty lame. So, who do you think wins the tournament? I definitely think Reigns is going to win the tournament. That's my opinion. Easy, how you doing this evening? What's the max you would spend on an action figure? Well, that's a tough question. Because are we talking any kind of action figure? Or are we talking specifically WWE action figures? Because WWE action figure, I'd probably be willing to go as high as $50 depending on what the action figure was. But if we're talking about like a Star Wars action figure, for instance, the limited edition Boba Fett from San Diego Comic-Con that came with the Han Solo in Carbonite, I might be willing to drop a couple hundred on that if I had the spare dough. Can you sell me a Dean Ambrose figure so I have the set? If I had a Dean Ambrose figure, I would. DBA, check out. I would check out eBay. I bet you'd be able to find one pretty easily. China doesn't use her name really. She's there as Joni Lawler, and it's like Joni Lawler, WWE's China. So, remember Tecmo Bowl? Hell yes, I remember Tecmo Bowl. Who was in Tecmo Bowl? Who was like the badass in Tecmo Bowl? It was Rich Gannon, right?
Yeah. Who was it?
I think Bo Jackson was in Tecmo Bowl, wasn't he?
Who was the Terry Testaverde?
Oh, Testaverde.
Yeah. Yes, that was the badass.
Oh, my bad. You know what? I don't follow Kanye West. So, yeah, I should have known from that Yeezy, because I am familiar with that terminology from him. I just didn't know. Hey, bro, my name J.U. I'm not really sure what that means. Are you thinking of getting the Travis Scott figure for $150? No. Bo Jackson. Mr. Showtime, Bo Jackson was certainly not soft.
Oh, you got the package?
Yes. Yes. Please do so. Make sure to put it on the Wrestling Talking Randomness webpage. For those of you that don't know, occasionally we do giveaways in DBA 1981. One are Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins set of action figures. They were pretty badass figures. I hope you're enjoying them. You dead heat then. Undead heat then. No, I would not let John Cena finger blast me. I don't think I would let anybody finger blast me. Regulator, how are you doing this evening? Sorry you came in an awkward moment there. Meowth says this guy's streaming Tecmo Bowl 16 with all new rosters.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hi, Regulator.
Awesome. Interesting questions coming through. Best theme music of all time. One of my favorite songs of all time was Cult of Personality, way before CM Punk ever had it. So I gotta say that's probably my favorite. What is your opinion on Kanye, Kim, and or Northwest? I think that Kanye West is a really creative and talented guy. I don't really listen to a ton of his music, but I can see creativity when I see it, and I can recognize it when I see it, and I think he's a really interesting guy. Kim Kardashian just has a ton of overexposure. Sometimes I really feel bad for her, just from a standpoint of like, she's a real human being, and she's just objectified most of the time and ridiculed, and I don't know if that ever gets to her, but I know that if I was in the limelight like that and people were constantly judging me over, what shirt I wore or whatever, I wouldn't be too thrilled. So, Yabber Dabber Doo wants to pistol punch my fart box. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Dude Love theme. Can you play it? I don't have the Dude Love theme on my set of music here. But I can see if I can get that for next week. Kanye would be a person in the modern Bible. Okay. Mal says Kanye overrated. Kim has no talent. Her mom pimped her out. I'm not gonna look. I'm sure I don't know Kim Kardashian, so I'm not gonna bash her. I don't really care for that kind of stuff, but you know, it's just two people that found each other. They happen to be celebrities. I hope that they're legitimately in love and they take care of their kid, and that's really, you know.
Did you regulate your comment?
No, I missed it.
Where is he having a Ouija board session with Eddie?
That's a great comment, regulator. No, he's in Texas. He's in Texas. Music requests. Are you asking to make a request? So, we haven't done our soft for the week yet. What do you think, intern? What do you think our soft for the week should be?
I don't know.
Do you believe in Kanye-ism? I guess I don't. Tinker will retire at 32. And you're going to be there, DBA. Just think about that. Damn, I've never seen this much randomness on WTAR. I'm trying to keep it straight, Showtime. You need to be giving me some more content, or at least throw me out a good soft, because we're not soft in Hank. I'm sorry.
I got some news.
Yeah.
I guess apparently a long-term goal for Lucha Underground is to make a movie out of the wrestling show. So this Season 2 is supposed to have some really whacked out storylines.
Nice. I look forward to it. When did this become the Kanye West stream?
I have no idea.
Yes, sir. 100,000 people at WrestleMania. That too will not be soft. Nico, who's your favorite WWE superstar? I wonder. Well, the little guy in my hand right here, The Undertaker. The Undertaker and CM Punk are my two favorite of all time. On the current roster, that's tough. I would go with I guess Finn Balor is probably my favorite guy right now. You don't have the answers, Sway. Okay. Soft is Fandango's ladder rungs to grab the brass ring. Fandango. I think the guy is talented, but that is one of the worst gimmicks. That it's just so bad. You know what? I'm gonna just do a group soft for this week, and it goes to all of the really weak gimmicks that are out there right now. So Fandango, Tyler Breeze. What are some of our other weak gimmicks we like to pick on? You don't want to point anybody out, huh?
No.
All right then. That's right. Lucha Underground is taping tomorrow. I didn't hear about that.
I'll still participate in soft anyway.
You know what? Showtime was the originator, so let's go with it. He hasn't received one yet. Hank 312 for being in Texas and not being able to be omnipresent everywhere. I've got one word for you, And I'm gonna spell it out. S-A-W-F-T. Soft. That was for you, Hank. Justice Fury asks, is CM coming back to the WWE? If he does, it's not going to be for a long, long time. If it ever happens. Oh, Mr. Showtime, dead on, Mojo Rawley. Oh, full gimmick. And I kind of feel bad that Zack Ryder is like part of that. I like Ryder, and I wonder how he feels about being down in NXT, stuck in that gimmick right now. It's just weird. Breeze isn't soft, better pretty boy than Zig. I don't like the gimmick. I know that there are a lot of people that do, I just don't. You're probably just mad Kim is beautiful and wealthy at on the het Han. Maybe he is, I don't know. Are you intoxicated? I am. Woo! Kicking back a few this evening, Regulator? I should be joining you, but I'm not really feeling too well, so I'm just toughing it out. You like men in underwear grabbing each other. Lame. Alright, well, teach their own. To play Piss on Your Grave. I'm not familiar with it. Is that a song? Is that like really a song? By Travis Scott and Kanye West? Like, I've never heard so much Kanye talk. And Hank is a huge Kanye fan. Hank would be commiserating with you guys right now, but you've picked the wrong week to jump on a wrestling stream and talk about Kanye West. Mr. Showtime asks, have you been watching Breaking Ground? I haven't seen an episode yet, but I will definitely be checking it out. Dejers, I don't really want to play that game. You've been to NXT Live. It hasn't hit Chicago. So I would go if it came here, or if I had the opportunity to travel to where they are. I'd love to go to a live NXT event. P.S. Vincent, I don't have the song, so I can't play it. Maybe you guys want to check out Kanye West talking Randomness. I think it's a different stream, a few over from where you found this one. Maybe.
A few over, huh?
Well, P.S. Vincent, you know how to get to it, so feel free to go there. Is Hank spotting Billy Gunn at the urinal? He might be. I don't know. Hank gets a little tipsy. Could be. Born Legends 19. Play it, please. No, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play that song. Sorry. BG is air thing that Tough Enough ain't. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's really good. Justice Fury says, what's taking Goldberg so long to back rumors may be true? I don't know. Goldberg is really, he said some pretty negative things about the WWE, so I really can't see him returning. Breaking Ground. Baking Ground. I would watch that show. Breaking Ground actually made Showtime like Breeze's character.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
We gotta get it. We gotta watch it.
We do. Maybe we should just stop the stream now and go. No? Okay. Okay. Later then. Wow. I've never used the word plebeian. I've never seen it used in our stream before.
No. That's some Bob Backlund shit right now.
You heard of big time wrestling. I have not. But I'm always happy to get educated about other kinds of other wrestling. Heavily rock influenced. Good for them. Good point, Showtime. P.S. Vincent, how about this? I'll check it out, but I'm not playing it on our stream. Because when I'm on the stream, I play wrestling music because it's a wrestling show. We talk about wrestling. Although this has been truly random, and apparently Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are quite the polarizing couple, because we've had some back and forth from a lot of people on that. Mr. Showtime says Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, new NXT tag champs. Yes, they are. Like I said earlier, I mean, there's no finesse in their game. They're just vicious, and they beat the crap out of people. But I'm okay with it. I know there's a lot of people that enjoy it. It's okay. Justice Fury says, what's okay? They all about legends. How many requests are we going to get for a song I'm not going to play? Yeah. You got me there, Vincent. It's randomness. But you know what? It's randomness that I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Kanye West because I can't educatedly talk about it. Intelligently talk about it. Educatedly. I made up a word there.
Yeah,
you like that? Educatedly. Please do. Provo Ball 44, how are you doing this fine Friday night? Welcome to Wrestling Talkin' Kanye-ness.
Oh, that's interesting.
I amuse myself.
BG makes Baron Corbin look douchey. I'm interested in that because I think he looks douchey regardless. So
Yeah. Like Baron Corbin could look douchier?
Yeah.
Interesting. Pogue! Thanks for joining us this evening. I am doing well. How are you? I love their old school wrestling, isolating one person. Yeah, definitely. I mean, and that move off the top rope, we're talking about Dash and Wilder, that move off the top rope where they're really messing up people's knees, like what it looks like they are, totally awesome. And it's old school, just really totally old school. Wow. Talk about the bombing in Paris.
I heard that the fellows were friends in a hotel ready to go through the situation.
Oh, wow. Way to bring it back to wrestling.
I try.
Yeah. I mean, my prayers and condolences go out to everyone affected by the terrorism that happened in Paris. I'm not educated on that either. I'm talking to you guys right now. And I was catching up on Arrow before that, so I haven't had a chance to read any of the news or watch any of the news. So hopefully the people that are responsible will be caught, and I hope that there's not too much life lost, because that's awful. Pogues wants to know where my buddy is. My buddy's in Texas. He is at a Chive event, so he's chilling out in Texas this weekend. DJR says, as a real person, not just Corbin the character, he's a douche. Go have a session to Caitlyn Jenner and shut up about Kanye. You are shit like Kim and Kanye. Straight garbage. Thank you. It's very kind of you to say. You don't have to watch me. P.S. Vincent, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna play it. And actually, I'm just gonna ignore the rest of your requests too, because you're taking up space on this like really blasted comment line right here, where people are just like hammering me with comments. Well, I hope he has a good time too. He does a lot of charitable stuff with the Chive here in Chicago, and I know it's a charity thing that he's doing in Texas. So, God bless Hank. Arrow does kick ass, Undead Heathen. I just got that. It's Undead Heathen.
Yep.
finally got your name right. Yeah, I just binge watched. Well, intern and I just binge watched 4 episodes, the last 4 episodes of Arrow. I'm enjoying it a lot. Pogue, Gable, 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 Gable. I love how the crowd just did it. That was great. Provo Ball 44. I do remember you being on the stream before. Welcome back. Welcome back. And yeah, you know what? I mean, if you guys want to talk about other things that I can talk about, like Star Wars, I can talk football, I can talk Star Wars, wrestling, Star Wars.
You're a dork.
Dude, play it, have a session, and shut the hell up, ass clown. Undead Heathen, I watched The Flash as well. Also a really cool show that I'm enjoying quite a bit. I've always been more of a Marvel guy, mostly X-Men, although my favorite comic book character of all time is Batman. So I'm not really, I have never really dug deep into the DC universe. So it's really cool to learn about the some of the characters through watching Arrow and Flash. And also, I did see the pilot of Supergirl, which I really enjoyed as well. Pogue Baseball. I am a Cubs fan, as my hat here will maybe show you, because I don't think you can really see it, but I'm a Cubs fan. So this was a really exciting baseball season for us. And I'm really just like pumped for free agency. Do you love Auska as much as me? Which happens to be a lot. Oh, she's great. I've never seen a woman wrestler with that strong style like her. And I can't wait till she makes her way to the main roster. Mr. Showtime says Jessica Jones, November 20th on Netflix. Cannot wait. Daredevil was amazing. If Jessica Jones is like even close to that, that's going to be amazing as well. Undead Heathen, cool. I mean, a lot of people love Batman. I mean, Batman is Batman. I mean, it's, if you can't be yourself, be Batman, right? Is that how it goes?
Yep. It's always be yourself. Unless you can be Batman, then be Batman. That's
true. Pogue is a Yankees fan. I mean, good for you. There's a lot of championships there. I'm going to a Mavs game and a Rangers game Mania weekend. Nice. They really tuck in a lot of stuff in there, huh? Let's see. No one cares. Eat them shit and die. We don't have to be so mean. Play it and I'll leave. No. You can stay and keep telling me to play it. And Born Legend, you can tell me I like it, and I might. And I'll check it out after the stream, but I'm not going to play it on the stream. Listen to the kids, bro. You're probably a kid, bro. Anyways, does anyone have any more wrestling to talk about this evening? I have not seen the new Need for Speed game. Is it any good? Have you heard about it?
No.
I'm not really. It's just a racing game, right?
Yep.
I mean, with a name like Need for Speed, it would be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, motherfucker Jones, how are you doing this evening? What's up, nerd? Where's the MVP, Hank? Ouch. He's in Texas, man. I thought I was the MVP, though.
Nope. I'm kidding. I'm just teasing.
Damn. Pogue 21's favorite is the Green Lantern. I don't really know much about Green Lantern, but you know, except for that really crappy movie. So that wasn't much to go on. Daredevil Season 2, April 15th. The Punisher looks badass and played by a certain gentleman from The Walking Dead, I'm told. So that would be pretty cool. Born Legends asks, is wrestling real? And I say, yes, it is. Regulator, holy shit, I just got home and got the grasp of what is going on in the world. Sorry for any disrespect. Yeah, we just talked about it a little bit. Pretty fucked up shit going on. Who could win? Count Dooku versus Jar Jar versus Undertaker.
Well, if you go with the theory, Jar Jar.
I knew you were going to bring this up. I knew you were going to bring this up. Apparently, there's an internet theory out there that Jar Jar Binks was the original, like, orchestrator of everything from the episodes 1, 2, and 3, and he was like a Sith. Like he has drunken Sith skills. I don't buy that for one freaking second, but it is an interesting theory. DB8 is totally pumped about WrestleMania 32. As he should be. As he should be. I fully expect for there to be some pictures posted on the Wrestling Talk and Randomness website from WrestleMania. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. 10 years. 10 years, yes, at this point, I guess, yeah. Oh, no. Well, yesterday, maybe for you. It's still today for us. What do we got here? Brock Lesnar's contract with the WWE has been renegotiated once more, and they've added more dates to it. Interesting. I guess they would have to kind of do something like that with the absence of some of the mainline players. Guys like Seth Rollins and Randy Orton being injured, and John Cena being away for a while, too.
And Rusev injured.
Rusev as well. Mr. Showtime says, that is the dumbest theory I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's so bad I want it to be true.
Sorry, Pro Football. I don't mean to dance around your question. Between Count Dooku, Jar Jar Binks, and The Undertaker, I'm gonna go with the Sith. So, Count Dooku. I heard a theory that Jar Jar Binks is Kylo Ren.
Oh, that would be fun.
No! How awful would that be? Oh, dude, DBA, I ain't knocking you, brother. I would be thrilled, too, if I was going to WrestleMania. Nico, there is a few WWE stars that got bullied at school. Yeah, I mean, bullying, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that get bullied, like, not just the weak or whatever. There's some bullying going on in this stream right now, trying to get me to play a Kanye West song. And it sucks. Bullying sucks. It does. I was bullied as a kid. Believe it or not, I was actually pretty small, and like I wasn't a fat kid. I was short and small, so I was teased quite a bit as a little kid. I was bullied, so it sucked. Do you think Lesnar will be one of Taker's partners? Well, Pogue, I was hoping for that, but the whole thing is on SmackDown. Bray Wyatt said The Undertaker and Kane could wrestle 2 of his family members. So I don't think there's going to be a 4-on-4. I think it's going to be just a tag match.
Which is lame.
So maybe Brock becomes the Authority's new guy. I have a theory for you on that. Maybe Sheamus becomes the Authority's new guy. He's still got that Money in the Bank briefcase. What's with all of our fans gonna go to WrestleMania? Intern, why are you not buying me tickets to WrestleMania?
I don't know.
Exactly. You need to think about that. I've been bullied all my life since I was 5 till high school. That sucks.
People really suck sometimes.
Yeah, like, you know, it's funny though, because like I feel like no matter what, when you're like in a one-on-one situation with someone, you can find level ground. You can find, for the most part, you can find a way to communicate so you don't have to be assholes to each other. But then when you introduce this social scenarios, everything goes to fucking hell. You know, we're all just people. I don't know why we have to hate so much. It's ridiculous. Mr. Showtime says, take that back, nerd. What did I say that I need to take back? I'll take it back if I didn't mean it, but... yo, join my community. We support anti-bullying. I would be happy to. Why don't you send me a request on PlayStation or follow us. You can also contact me at WrestlingTalkingRandomness@gmail.com or at Incidental Nerd on Twitter. Let me know how to join up. I'll be happy to help out. Crazy Ranch, and I know you don't bully people. That's not even funny. Don't make me come and kick your ass.
That was horrible.
Billy Gunn fired for cheating. I know, but like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Oh, Mr. Showtime saying that Sheamus might be the new authority.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just I know that Triple H and Sheamus have been workout partners before, and I know that Vince also likes the idea of an Irish world champion. So it might happen. And the bad thing is, I tried so hard. Oh, come on, man. No, that's, don't ever give up. Stay strong. Somebody lives in the wealthiest places in the U.S. That's pretty cool. Good for you. I heard Angle's theme. But actually, they've changed it now. Because now it's Gable, Jordan, Gable, Jordan. What do we got? I'm going to call up Jerry and Romo to get us tickets. Do it! Mr. Showtime, if you got those kind of ins, man, I'm hanging with you. What the fuck is the Authority? The Authority is the reigning power in the WWE, which essentially is Triple H and Stephanie. That's that. MavFan25. Cool. Cool. Little Bastard is going to take Seth's place. Okay. Which Little Bastard? Or like literally Little Bastard? No comment? I don't know. It feels like we've finally gotten back to the wrestling talk at least a little bit. That's pretty good. Just stand up and speak out. Word. And bullying sucks. Listen to my buddy over here. The ripoff of the corporation. But that's them ripping off themselves, isn't it?
Pretty much. So,
I mean, that's cool. That sounds stupid. It kind of is. The Authority is kind of stupid. But, you know, this is the route they go. Not every, you can't polish every turd, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say there. I see $200 tickets. Tell intern to get tickets for y'all. What the fuck happened to the best tag team, J&J Security?
Oh my god.
Yeah, they've been gone for a while. I guess they're back to their backstage duties. I said duties. Fuck Corporation. The Corporation, that was Vince and right? Am I wrong there?
And his kids, right?
I thought it was like Vince and Patterson and...
Oh, yeah.
We're the new slaves. Okay then. Brands control us. This guy's preaching. I mean, I guess I understand where you're coming from, P.S. Vincent. It's an interesting topic to bring up in a wrestling stream. I'm glad you're off the Kanye stuff. Are you quoting Kanye lyrics now? Is this Kanye West? I think this is Kanye West. P.S. Vincent, I think you're Kanye West. Pro Football 44, I know you like Punk, but his only good thing was Pipe Bomb. Sorry. I respectfully disagree with you. I mean, the Pipe Bomb was pretty awesome, but you know what else was good? Every fucking match he was in. Every single one. CM Punk brought it every time he stepped into the ring. Whether he was hurt, whether he was tired, whether he had a giant infection on his back. All of that. He always brought it. DB8 wants to know if you checked it out yet, intern.
What?
Get me my tickets! I really do. Oh, I really do. With Witten, his family lives 15 minutes from me. Nice, nice. Vince, Patterson, Briscoe, and Shane were the corporate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Apple, Nike, Google. I have Google on my phone. That's an Apple phone. Oh my God, I'm a slave. I am a slave to my phone. I can't even be away from it for like a minute. CM Punk quit on us. That is one man's opinion. Another is that Vince fired him because that's what happened. He was basically suspended and then fired. But he did want to get away from the business. John Cena does bring it, and he's been bringing it like this last year and a half or so, even more so than ever. Hurry up and turn section 144. Have I considered wrestling? Only as a child when I was narcoleptic Noel, when I wrestled with my cousins. But as I am only 5'4", and the only 5'4" wrestler that I know is actually Rey Mysterio's 5'5", and I'm not technically a little person, so I can't little person wrestle. It just wasn't in the cards for me.
So you think you're right?
Justice Fury, it would be cool if HBK came back, but I think his body's pretty done. Oh, CM Punk versus Bryan Danielson in Ring of Honor. I'm sure that was a phenomenal match. Kalisto defeating Ryback was a great match. Oh yeah, I was talking about it earlier. It was the best way I can put it is it was a showcase of what Kalisto was capable of, and the fact that he won, I popped. That was awesome. That was just so awesome. Stop making fun of me. Who's making fun of you, DBA? I'm not making fun of you, man. Undertaker for life. Or Mankind. I'd go with Undertaker over Mankind, but Mankind was always cool. I mean, Mick Foley's a legend. I mean, who else brought that many personas to wrestling that actually like were over? I mean, that in itself is a task. Yeah, I think we are getting. I think we're getting lyrics quoted to us on the stream now. Gable Jordan, Gable Jordan. Cena needs to be the doctor of thugonomics again. So Pro Football, you want heel Cena, which everybody's been asking for years, not realizing that we had it. And I mean, come on, it was Cena with Bull Buchanan. I mean, that wasn't exactly a high point of his career. Foley is great. Foley's a freaking legend. Hank 312 is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. How drunk are you, Hank312? Crazy Ratchet says, I think Callisto will be built to be the next Rey Mysterio. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. It's funny, they even have like a very similar pattern of speech. If you watch some Rey interviews and listen to Callisto, yeah, I see that as well. The WWE doctor advised D. Bryant not to wrestle ever again. Yeah, but it seems like Daniel Bryan is pretty, or Bryan Danielson is pretty adamant about wrestling again. So maybe he lets his contract run out with the WWE and he goes elsewhere. So drunk. Awesome. You know, everybody's been waiting for you, Hank. Eating Whataburger. Is it any good? Money determines our personality. It's sad. If you let it. Been drinking since 11 a.m. Now, that's a good day. Strowman, fattest bitch. Are you talking about Strowman? Because that dude is not fat. He's a mountain of muscle. Yeah, and his jaw looks just like Rey's. Yeah, it does, actually. Wait a minute, are we breaking something here? Is Rey Mysterio actually Callisto and we didn't know about it?
No.
They don't have the same tattoos. I'm just being dork. He will go to New Japan or Ring of Honor. I was thinking the same thing. You know, if he still wants to wrestle, I mean, that's the way to go. Callisto versus Sin Cara to break the mask record at Mania. The mask record? Whataburger is delicious, apparently. Hank312, do you have any interesting wrestling news to talk about? I'm old, I have heartburn, I can't drink. Hank, did you do a shot for Eddie? 10 years, man, 10 years. Talking about the HBK. Your thoughts on Seth Rollins' injury? It sucks because Rollins really, regardless of what you think of his character, Rollins was the best thing going in wrestling. But I can tombstone Strowman. I would like to see that. When he beat Big Show at WrestleMania 20. I gotcha. That Hogan song sounds a little racist. Poke, for Halloween, one of my little nephews dressed up as Hogan, and we were like, is that okay? We weren't sure. You know I saluted Eddie. He's my favorite. Hank's #1, Eddie Guerrero. We should have had an Eddie picture tonight. I failed. Brad Maddox, member of the Team Taker. I don't know, not after taking that tombstone. Did you see that? So ridiculous. Undertaker tombstoning Brad Maddox in a turkey suit on Jimmy Fallon. That was ridiculous. They wanted Rey versus Sin Cara years ago. Masks worn by fans. That would have been cool. Rollins was going to lose the title at Survivor Series anyway. Well, you know, a lot of people feel that way. I'm not really sure. I think it might have got strung out a little bit longer. Tommy Dreamer. I haven't heard much about Tommy Dreamer lately. Crazy Ratchet says Sasha Banks' favorite wrestler is Eddie Guerrero. Very true. If you guys listen to Sasha Banks on the Jericho podcast, she almost started crying. I think she was like 12 or 13. Because she's... How old is she? She's like 22?
Yeah.
Okay, so she was 10. She had tickets to go to Raw the night after Eddie Guerrero's passing. And she was specifically there to see Eddie Guerrero. She had a big sign that said she loved him.
She didn't know.
And she didn't know until she got to the arena and people were telling her, and she just burst out into tears. You know, that's a true fan. Eddie Guerrero, say no more. He lies, he cheats, he steals our hearts. I wish I could do the there we go, like that. Vicky did it better than me. That was a really cool moment when Vicky Guerrero left, when she left the WWE, and that last moment on stage where she did the Eddie shake.
Yeah.
That was really awesome. Browser Boy 69, from your fingertips to Vince's ears, I hope. Sasha Banks should be the Divas Champion soon. But you know, the nice thing about it is you've got some really talented women wrestlers right now. So you know, put it on Sasha, put it on Paige, put it on Becky, put it on Charlotte. Some of the girls that are in NXT right now, you can bring them up. You've got a really good female wrestling talent pool right now. Randy Orton, Legend Killer, can kill Brock Lesnar. I mean, I think that could, you know, be a very competitive match. What? Hank says, what's up with Sasha and Becky on main event? What? Talk about burying. What's going on there? Pogue21, yes, Sasha Banks' cousin is Snoop Dogg. He used to actually take her to wrestling events when she lived in LA, which I think is really cool. Shame they do that to them. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I read Vince isn't high on Sasha Banks. Vince has got to be high on something if you don't like Sasha Banks, because she's freaking ridiculous. Yes, Crazy Ratchet. Actually, I don't give a fuck who brings the Women's Championship back, but someone should. I was hoping Charlotte was going to. Charlotte may not have much charisma, but she's talented as hell in the ring. Crazy Ratchet, Alexa Bliss, interns with you there. She loves Alexa Bliss, and I think she's really very talented. She had an interesting wardrobe change this week. Wink, wink. Check it out if you didn't watch NXT. Goldberg and Steve Austin, my top two. I'm there with you on Steve Austin. I never was a Goldberg fan. Brock Lesnar is injured because of Undertaker. That's the reason. I didn't hear anything about him being injured. I know he got split up. His head got split, but you hear about Alexa Bliss being a ring rat? Come on, Hank. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta bring that stuff up? That ain't cool. Rebler says, my brother, long time no see. You good? Yes, sir, I am good. Are you good? What happened to Rey Mysterio? Last I heard, he's still wrestling for AAA. WWE was trying to negotiate with him to get him back. But nothing came of it. Crazy Ratchet, I couldn't agree with you more. I felt like Goldberg was pretty awful. Not. Hank 312 says, no, that's legit. Can you back up what was the last thing Hank said?
Her being a ring rat.
Okay, but Hank, come on, man.
That she's always by the ring.
Good for her. No, ring rat means girls that hang out and sleep with the wrestlers to get into the business.
Oh.
That's what,
Okay. Yeah.
Amanda said Sarah Lee was a ring rat in Tough Enough.
Gotcha.
Bliss was blasted on the dirty by an anonymous source. Well, that's unfortunate. Regulator says, okay, I'm back. What a shitty night. I need some wrestling chat to change my mood. We're here for you, brother. Let's all laugh at Brown. Brown? Not Brown. Brown.
Lisa, stop saying Brown.
That's why they lost Del Rio. Snowman's tiny face. I don't know. Every time I see Brown Snowman, all I think is he looks like Ogre from the Revenge of the Nerds. That's all I see. Mr. Showtime says, do you think Nia Jax will take the belt from Bayley? No, I don't. I think that if anyone's going to take it from Bayley, it's probably going to be Alexa Bliss. If that's going to happen anytime soon. Raid to Lucha Underground. I would love to see that. That would make for some great matches. Mr. Showtime, excellent point. Where is Strange Life? He's not on the stream this evening. That's very strange. What about Hornswoggle? What about him? Didn't he get suspended or something?
Yeah, he's suspended.
Stone Cold Podcast Undertaker would be awesome. Lapdan 1, you're going to get your wish, because I think the next live Stone Cold podcast on the network is going to be The Undertaker. Big E wants to know, do you think Sheamus will cash in and win? I think when he does cash in, yes, he'll win. That's my opinion. BrowserBoy69 says, Strowman looks like Eugene. A little bit. Finn is the future of WWE. Yeah, I think he is. Crazy Ratchet, when is Zayn coming back? Well, I heard that Zayn has returned to the Performance Center and he's starting to work out. So that's a good sign. Not sure on a timeline for him, though. Strange Life has to be with Hank. Hank, is Strange Life hanging out with you? NXT will get a match at WrestleMania 32. I'm hoping. Actually, they have that in the plans, don't they? Like one NXT match. That'll be cool. Regulator says, because of the Eddie G anniversary, I'd like to hear your honest opinion on Benoit. Sure, I'm happy to give my honest opinion on Benoit. Benoit was a super talented wrestler, and based solely on his talent in the ring, he's a legend and he's a Hall of Famer. Unfortunately, the end of his life and the things that happened just kind of wiped it all away. And there's really nothing much to be said about that. WWE doesn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, and they never will. And it's unfortunate. I mean, there were lives lost, and, you know, memories tarnished, and that's kind of sucky. Poke says, push Ryder, woo, woo, woo. Hank couldn't agree with you more, I'm telling you. WWE is calling all legends for Mania 32. Nice. I mean, they've been giving people legend contracts left and right. I think the last two were, Tatanka, and who else just got a Legends contract?
I can't remember.
There was another person that got a Legends contract. I can't remember. But I mean, come on, Tatanka, Hall of Fame, am I right?
That's right. Much as it hurts.
Intern has a soft spot for Tatanka. I don't necessarily think Tatanka's ever making it into the Hall of Fame. Crazy Ratchet 18 says, the Hype Bros and Bayley tag match was really good. It was a really good match. And I commented earlier, the Bayley to belly suplex that she gave Murphy was awesome.
That was awesome.
I want to see Booker T in an ECW match against Sabu or Sandman. Who wouldn't want to see that? Mania 32 is Taker's last and will go in the Hall. That's my thoughts. I think Undertaker's going in the Hall of Fame this year. Mr. Showtime says Boogeyman. What about the Boogeyman? Oh, that's right. Boogeyman got the Legends contract. Thank you, Showtime. You're always on the ball for us. And now Strange Life ain't here? You need to challenge him for the Wrestling Talk and Randomness Fan Championship. I'm just saying. Call him out next week. Provo Ball 44 says Finn just has the whole package. I'm not sure on his mic skills. Yeah, I mean, he's a little green on the mic, but you don't have to be the best on the mic. And he gets by. He gets by, and I mean, the talent is there. I mean, I can't wait for a Finn Balor Seth Rollins match. How good is that going to be? I mean, that's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Crazy Ratchet looks sad. Did we lose Hank 312? Is he gone into a drunken stupor? Maybe Bobby Lashley come and kill Brock Lesnar. That would be an interesting match. I mean, Bobby Lashley, I always liked him in the WWE. I don't watch a ton of TNA, and I'm not a MMA watcher. So, but I always liked his look. I thought he bring it in the ring. Papa Smurf asks, "How do you feel about Jake the Snake?" It's kind of weird for me to say, but I feel proud of Jake the Snake. It's weird coming from a guy who's clearly a lot younger than him and doesn't personally know him, but what he's been battling and how he's come through, that's pretty amazing. Nobody with a British accent will be on top, unfortunately. Well, Finn Balor has an Irish accent, so... Roman Reigns versus Triple H. I mean, I see that happening at some point. Cesaro versus Lesnar. Tell me you wouldn't want to see that. I would want to see that. Because I want to see Cesaro in any match. Because he just is awesome. I just found out that Vampiro will be in Texas Mania weekend. Huh. Maybe he's just catching up with some friends. Could WWE Creative... I think that screw up Bray Wyatt's character any more than they have. I think they could. I mean, I don't think the Wyatt character is screwed up, but I think it's lost a lot of the forward momentum that it had. Vampiro is a favorite of mine. Yeah, Vampiro's cool. That match that he had with Pentagon at Ultima Lucha was amazing. Who do you think Taker will wrestle in his last match? My heart of hearts hopes for an Undertaker-Kane match to be the last match. And I'd like to see them both retire. That's just my opinion. How about the Great Muta? You would have to talk to Hank about the Great Muta. I am familiar with who the Great Muta is, but Hank is the Great Muta aficionado. Doug124 says Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns what? Don't like Roman Reigns, like Roman Reigns. I like him. I don't love him. I like him. I mean, what do you think of New Jack? I think New Jack is a violent, crazy person. Nerd, please take your seat on the other couch. I'm OCD. No. Mm-mm. No, I'm just gonna sit here to fuck with you. You mean over here, Regulator? Sit over here, and then there's like an empty space, like the honorary Hank space is missing? I can't do that, that's just weird. Undertaker versus Sting for the win. More like, fuck the world. Finn isn't bad on the mic. Have you seen a Reigns promo? I've seen many Reigns promos, and I'm gonna go down as, I guess the one person that thinks Roman Reigns is getting better on the mic. Because I feel like he is. He was the real thing. Yeah, New Jack was the real thing. What that thing was, I don't know. I hope Roman gets... that's not even... I'm not even reading that. Who is your current favorite WWE superstar? I think I said Finn Balor earlier, but I don't know. It's tough with some of the guys that being out. I can't just pick one current. I like Becky Lynch a lot. I like Paige. Cesaro is awesome. Neville's great. Bailey's really good. There's a lot of people that I like. I want to see Taker versus Kane. Leave mask and hat in ring. Yeah, I mean that to me is the perfect finish. Have you seen an Ava Marie or Ryback promo? The big guy and all red everything. I'll tell you what, New Day can cut a promo. Faux show. I want to thank everybody for joining me this evening. I apologize that I'm going to cut this short. My voice, I don't know if you guys have been able to tell or not, but my voice is starting to give out on me. I've been fighting off a cold all week. So I'm going to hit the Roman Reigns music for us and do my little wrap up. For those of you that are new to the show, we always end the show with Roman Reigns' theme song with lyrics, just because it's goofy as hell. If you haven't heard it, I recommend looking it up on YouTube. Like I said, again, thanks for joining me, guys. When Intern and I were lonely, missing Hank, Regulator, I am soft, my bad. Thanks for joining us this evening for Wrestling Talk and Randomness. As always, I am your loving host, Incidental Nerd. Hank312 will be back next week. Intern will be back next week with us. If you need to get a hold of us, you can contact us on Twitter or at WrestlingTalkandRandomness@gmail.com. Hit us up on Facebook. If you want to see some of our older shows, we're up on YouTube. So thanks for joining me this evening, and you guys have a stellar week of wrestling. See you next Friday. Toodles!